One.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Capes Cast podcast. I'm Jeremy,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're just gonna get right into it. There's some news. There have been some rumors swirling for the last several days or so about the Ultimate Universe ending after just 2 years. Um, we don't really have too much confirmation about this. Momoko's team has apparently gone on record to say that the future of the Ultimate Universe is still unknown and not yet decided. I mean, here's the thing is we're not
They'd
even
be
through
dumb to end it right now.
yeah. I mean, but also we're not even through the big first storyline of the Ultimate Universe. It all kind of kicked off at the end of Ultimate Invasion where the Maker and Kang and Iron Man were all stuck in the city and they were frozen in time for 24 months. And we're about 6 months or so, maybe a little 5 months or so away from the city opening up and the Maker return.
Right. So it makes me wonder if the rumor's wrong. Like maybe the Ultimate Universe ends or changes at the 24-month mark in the story
Right.
rather than issue 24, because it doesn't really make sense for every issue to end at 24.
Right, exactly. Because like if you look at like they're all staggered in release, obviously, because you had
Yeah.
Spider-Man come out first in January, you had Black Panther come out in February, you had X-Men come out in March, like last year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you had
Like the new wave of
yeah, and then you also have the two like the new like you have Ultimate, which came out several months after that, and then you've got Ultimate Wolverine, which is only what 5 issues in, 6 issues in, maybe.
yeah.
So if you're gonna do it so it's like 24 issues each, some
Well,
of those are gonna run past this.
here's what I think. I think because like I think the Ultimate Spider-Man incursion thing doesn't really wasn't really a good book. It didn't really feel like the same Ultimate Spider-Man thing anyway. Another thing is I feel like maybe we could have done this a little a little later. I feel like we don't really need to rush that.
Well,
You
like
get what I mean? Like I feel like it's a little rushed.
and I don't feel like it's rushed because I feel like it is a pretty good time to do that incursion book because you don't have the Maker on the table and it lets Miles play in this new sandbox.
Right. I would have liked it more maybe if like Maker was coming back in like 2 months and then
But
Miles
here's the
really
thing.
feeling the heat.
Here's the thing is I feel like those are going to coincide
For
because
sure.
I just have this feeling where that book doesn't end without Miles and Maker like having a reunion.
Without Miles confronting him, being like, "What the hell are you
Right.
doing? What did you
Right.
do? This is not the
Right.
same universe. What did you do?"
I don't think that book ends without them having a reunion.
Right,
So I have a feeling the Return of the Maker is going to line up with a lot of these things that are going to happen.
right. And who even knows what the Maker's going to look like even coming after these 24 months? I mean,
Yeah.
it's been in
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
like,
Who knows? Who knows what
because
went
didn't
on?
they say like hundreds of years are passing in that like
I don't remember
something like that?
what the specific
Like
line
it's
was.
like 2 years for us, but it's like I think like 100 or something years for them.
Yeah,
Like something like that.
there's a big difference in time as far
Yeah.
as like so I'll have to go back and look and see. But yeah, this it's I have a feeling that I don't think it will be ending. I just think it's going to be retooled and to maybe look a little bit different.
Yeah.
Just what that looks like, we don't know yet. I
And
don't know.
maybe it's like not called the Ultimate Universe anymore, and because maybe it's like we recognize that it's now its own thing. It's like something new, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could just
Marvel's
keep
king at rebranding, dude. They rebrand everything. So
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm not going to put too much weight into this rumor yet,
it
but
would suck.
it
The
is
only reason why we're talking about it is because it would suck if that's the case.
yeah, and it kind of picked up a little bit of steam in the last couple of days. So I just
And I just think it's a dumb move on Marvel's part because everybody I know are talking about the absolute and ultimate books. So
well,
it's like
they should
Marvel or DC would be dumb to get rid of like these new universe books that they're doing. It's like a
they
complete
just
new
need to keep
renaissance.
those balls rolling as long as they can, I think.
It's the perfect renaissance because it's like, hey, for us people who love continuity, we still have our books that we've been getting monthly over here.
Yeah.
But for like the people who could just jump in and get some new. new stories and some new concepts, they could just jump into the absolute line.
Yeah, for sure. Next on the news, Diamond is not doing too good,
No,
man.
man, they're not at all.
Dynamite pulls their comics from Diamond. Fantagraph says Fantagraphics says that Diamond is holding their comics hostage and they are not releasing them.
Desperate times, man.
And Titan and yeah, apparently this is they're not they
Insane.
haven't paid Titan and Oni and several other publishers. It's not looking good, dude.
No.
Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse. And yeah, they're all of these companies are pulling out. And it's just a matter of time before Diamond is just
Yeah.
closing those
Completely
doors
out
and
of
it's
control.
all done. I
Yeah.
think we're done with
I think
Diamond.
they know that. They're just trying to like just delay the inevitable
Yeah.
at this point.
Which, filing for bankruptcy helped give them a little bit of time, but they couldn't get their act together. So I think it's just about time that we close that door.
Yeah,
The monopoly on that, they lasted far too long, I think, in general.
I
So,
agree.
Tom King is returning to Batman next year.
Is he?
He's just doing a one shot, it looks like. But
Okay.
yeah, he's doing
He,
it says Tom King made a recent appearance on the Batman Book Club podcast, talking about the origins of the now classic Batman Elmer Fudd comic, the influence of the Killing Time Batman series, and Joker found the winning card, as well as plenty on Riddler, Batman, Catwoman, Penguin, and more. Let's see. And it says, I just wrote a Batman story. I'll keep writing Batman until they kick me off. I got approached. I was in the DC offices doing whatever, meeting with editors. Editor of Batman came up to me. He's like, hey man, I got 40 pages of Batman. You want to write it? You can have any artist you want. And so it looks like he picked, guess we don't know yet, but it will be whatever artist he wants.
Tom King gets like the best artists, so I imagine it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't, it doesn't say who, but
I feel like he gets spoiled with like the artists he gets.
who do you think it's going to be?
Batman, Tom King doing Batman. If he's not going like the typical route of like Jorge Fornes or Mitch Gerads, I would hope he's picking somebody like I mean, you know who I'm gonna say. So
Who? Maybe I don't know who you're going to say.
I want to see like Tom King do with more with Greg Smallwood. I think a
That would
Greg
be fire, dude.
Smallwood. I think a Greg Smallwood like his style in like a dark Gotham,
That would be sick, dude.
like I think that would be
Shit.
fun. And it's not like, like Greg Smallwood doesn't come outside often. He's very rare. He's kind of like Ryan Sook where like they really pick and choose what they're gonna
Yeah, that's
be
true.
working on.
Um,
So
if
for a
you
one shot, I feel like any one of those artists can just go all in. Just
That would be kind of sick, actually. You're
yeah,
right. Um, but isn't Smallwood doing that Batman Barbarian book?
he is. He
That's
is.
not
That's
even
a
out
Black
yet.
Label book. Yeah.
It hasn't even come out yet. Dude, all of those Elseworlds books have been pushed back. Like Nightfire, the one by Clay Mann and his brother. It's not even, was supposed to be out in November, I thought.
I wonder what happened.
I have no idea. Anyway, regardless.
I'll be
Um,
getting all of them though. So
hey man, we'll see. It's little too much Batman out the gate for me, but hey,
yeah,
we'll give it a
you
shot.
know me though. I love
No,
Batman.
I know.
So
I think that was it. Yeah, just people not getting paid from Diamond was the big one. A
that's
lot of people
insane.
leaving. That's just wild, bro. They just can't get it together.
They're
Um,
they're throwing a tantrum on the way out, man.
yeah, they just need to knock it off, dude. Just get it over with.
Mhm.
Let's get into some books.
Yeah, man. You want to let's get into it because I know you got a lot to say about this.
Oh, Absolute Flash, baby. It was so good.
Dude, I know, man. It was
Uh,
beautiful.
I was okay. So I really like how this is just more of like all of the stuff we've been getting.
Yeah.
Mostly, it's just like all like it's
Well,
nice because I don't feel like there's a plot point that's that's started everything started in the first issue, you know, and everything's been slowly being pushed forward. Like it all is moving together at like a really nice pace. And now it
yeah.
doesn't feel like one thing is being left behind in terms of like mystery and intrigue and like, you know, certain things like being answered and us like developing the story a little bit more. So
Yeah.
it's all really like moving at a relatively strong pace.
Right. I Broad, dude. Broad.
God is tight.
He just has me, man. Like,
Um, it kind of opens up with, you know, Wally remembering his like seeing his mom's grave, and he's kind of like teleported, you know, like transported there, and he's seeing
Barry
Barry in
in the
her
grave.
grave, you
Yeah.
know. And he wakes up from this dream, but I'm inclined to think that maybe these aren't necessarily all dreams. You know what I mean? Like maybe
Right.
he really is shifting,
Going to like an alternate dimension
or
or
like he is like time, like sliding through time and not really realizing it.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. So God helps calm him down. They kind of find their
Well,
way
it's
into
just weird, right? So like if he really was like going through time like that, like wouldn't Grodd know, right?
maybe.
Grodd's with him now, so it's like I think that was like a legit dream he probably had right here.
Right.
But
See, I don't know though. Like there's a lot to be like this is one part I feel like that is gonna be a slow burn, like as far as finding out how his powers work. And if he
right.
really is like sliding through time or not. But I don't know, man. I'm really
Yeah, and what's really cool too is we see the Absolute Universe's Ralph Dibny.
yeah, that was gonna be my next point. Is
That's
like
really cool.
I
Like,
remember we had talked about who this like man, like this person was gonna be that was gonna offer him help when he got to like the youth center or whatever, you know? And I kept thinking it was going to be like Jay or Max or somebody that we are familiar with as far as Flash goes. I did not even think of Elongated Man.
no, at all, at
So
all.
like the fact that it was Ralph, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. So like,
Yeah. But
um,
also we see our first look at Linda.
finally,
And
I like that she's very much like him. You know, she's kind of on the run. She's alone. It gives them something to like they can relate to each other in that way.
yeah, because basically, like did Ralph basically, tells him like, hey, you can basically come to our,
Yeah.
our home for like the homeless, whatever, and
Yeah, you can stay here if you need a place to stay for a while. Like,
yeah,
we got stuff for you.
we got food, we got everything. Come on over here. So
Yeah.
that's basically, and Linda's walking by as like they're having that conversation. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool because
And then they
I
like,
do feel like there is like a little bit of
oh,
Linda really in that. Like it does feel like something,
goodness.
like
Yeah, like especially like later on when they're like talking,
yeah.
their like little brief moment together.
Hmm.
Um, interesting here. These like when we jump back to the rogues, uh, this portal. What is it? What does it do? What is it? Where does it come from? How's it work? I want to know all
Well,
of it.
it's got those red dashes in it that are always behind
Wally when he
me.
runs. I was just gonna say that. I think is it
I think that's a temporal thing in time. I think that's like a like a
do you think it's a rift in time or do you think it's maybe a portal to another like timeline
right. It could be the other Earth that this has kind of been,
that like monster
or
flash
this
maybe
yeah,
yeah
like the flash of two worlds that they've been hinting toward,
Mhm.
right? Like the other world.
That's
Which is
how I
kind of
was thinking.
interesting because that would mean that like Darkseid's universe is now creating other universes of itself now.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
kind of like branch
creating a
realities
it's like making like its own multiverse now.
yeah see like but that's the thing is like we don't
We
exactly
don't
know
know how that
how
works, but if there is two worlds here, branched from this
yeah
dark side thing,
that's
that's
what I'm saying like is it necessary is it two universes or is it just two potential timelines that are kind of like bleeding into each other like
right.
there's no obviously we don't know because it's the first time we've seen this thing but also it kind of is one of those things like we can put a tag on it and just be like, let's see what this is later
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
come back to it. Um,
Because Lemire's very thorough. When he sets something up, he's very thorough. So
Rudy is just pissed. Rudy's just like, I can't believe you guys lost my basically like you guys lost my son. You guys are incompetent.
yeah,
Can't believe this. It's the the rogues are kind of just like goons, you know, as far as like at least that's how this exchange makes it appear to
yeah.
as far as like Wally's dad goes in the military, that they're just like your typical like run of the
Goofball.
mill like here you're the military cronies, go get them.
Yeah,
But when we're first introduced to them, they're like we really think like they're like badass and they've got like they've got this like like gravitas when they come in and we see them on for the first time in the first issue. But like now that we've been around them for a few issues, they're just kind of like clumsy. They're dysfunctional. So this is what I was hoping for with the rogues. Not necessarily to make them be like cannon fodder or make them be like jobbers, but like to make them more personal and make them like more like their main universe counterparts. That was one thing I was hoping was going to be consistent,
yeah,
even if it was like any mixture of who the rogues have been in the past. I just want that like dysfunctional aspect to be there
right.
with them. So I'm glad it is. Uh, yeah, and then it's Wally and Linda having their chat. It's like I said earlier, them kind of connecting based on like they've just been kind of like she seems like she's been a runaway for a while. Not runaway, but like kind of on her own,
Right.
moving from place to place. Whereas this is something new for Wally. He's trying to figure it out. So, let's see, he's gonna find his love here pretty quick, I think. Hope so.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know what's gonna happen.
And then he ends up getting himself a spot, like a bed and a room, and he goes to let Grodd out, and Grodd is not there, which is pretty fitting because Wally told him earlier that they were going to try and find a spot where he could be a little more opened up and he wouldn't have to be stuck in the backpack.
Yeah.
And for Grodd to basically learn that we did the exact opposite, I imagine he was a bit upset about it. So I'm not surprised he took it, you know,
Right. Well, it seems like he's more like following,
right, which
like he's responding to something. Like
right, which I mean, like in these last few like sequences, kind of like weave into each other because we see that.
I was gonna ask you about this. What do you think about Eleanor Thawne being here?
Uh, I'm okay with this kind of. I see. I don't know. It's weird because is she this universe's Eobard?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like
Is
I
she?
don't know if she is. I'm not against it. I guess it just remains to be seen because like
It'd
here's
be like the like instead of Eobard in the future, this is the Thawne of this time right now. That like it's
because
like
she does seem to
Thawne.
have a pretty vested interest in one Barry's whereabouts because they worked together and they worked for they were like contracted by Lazarus to do some of this stuff. So she has an interest in the project directly. So if she is the Reverse Flash or the Thawne of this universe, I'm okay with that. Like
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. Like if she takes the place of Eobard and you have the same motivation, like she's just jealous of Wally and Barry because they've got this power now and she doesn't, or she uses Barry. Like so you could go any way. Like that's the thing is like I don't know. Uh, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm pretty sure issue 9 is going to be the introduction of the Reverse Flash. So if it is,
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
I think Lemire said something about. I'll have to double check that my source on that, but I'm pretty sure issue 9 is when we'll
Right,
see the Reverse Flash's debut. Who it is, like I said, I don't know. If it's Eleanor, cool. If it's somebody else, cool. If it's Barry, cool.
right.
If it's Hunter Zolomon, even better.
Yeah,
I just don't know. I would really like it to be. See, I have this thought too. If we're gonna go with a young Flash, why not go with a young enemy?
you're
Why
right.
why not maybe Eleanor try and recreate the accident with her own son, and that's Eobard. But you get this kind of, in essence, you get this Bart Allen versus Inertia dynamic where it's two young speedsters
Well, it's
kind
just
of
funny
mirroring
because
each
I don't
other.
think it would be an Eobard because I always just remember that one moment where they're like, I forgot who it was, where they're like, Eobard, what kind of name is Eobard? And they're like, that's from the future. That's a future name.
In this,
No, not in this, but like I'm just saying, like from what we know of like Eobard and the name Eobard, if like somebody
I'm
was
I'm
like,
willing to I'm willing to bet that the like all bets are off as far as like naming goes. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. It
Yeah,
probably
like oh,
isn't going to be a
traditionally,
Eobard.
yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Traditionally, you're right. But I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. I just like the idea of maybe like if we are gonna play with this like young hero, you could do a young villain. And if you're not
Well,
gonna do that, make it like somebody who's in direct conflict with everything that Wally is connected to, not just himself and the accident, but she said also with his dad, because his dad is kind of put in a situation where his son's powers and abilities are a direct result of this experiment that she was tasked to do. So it kind of it makes her a natural enemy to everything related to Wally, his
right.
dad, Barry, him, people involved with him,
Well,
Linda, the didn't, Ralph now. Like it naturally opposes her to everything. So it sets her on a path to literally just ruin his life.
and isn't this connected to Lazarus as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She said that her and Barry had like gotten a contract to do some
Right.
experiments here. And like
That's a cool way to connect fields
right.
interconnected.
And then like if you look at some of these other things too, like you've got Project Firestorm, which was busted out.
Yeah, I was gonna say these
You've
little
got this
Easter eggs in
Project
there.
XXXXX. We don't know what that is. Who knows?
No, we
Which
know Weather Wizard.
we have Wizard. We've got
Yeah.
Heat Wave because we even see Heat Wave at the end of this issue because this directly we jump back to the sequence with Wally
So
and
it makes
Grodd.
me wonder, does like Grodd have a connection with them because he basically
Yes,
comes from the
that
same
would be
place
my
as
bet.
them?
Yeah, that would be my bet. Is he has some connection to them, so he was able to kind of seek Heat Wave out by
Right.
the end of this issue.
And like I said, man, it's such like his we three type of talking, man. It always just gets
Yeah,
he's just like, Wally and Grodd, stop, hot, hot, follow hot. And it's like
yeah, it's good stuff. I love.
like, oh man. So I love Grodd, dude. He's got me. But Heat Wave looks insane.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, like, does he just always look like that, or is it just when he like freaks out, or
That's a good question.
either way, it's pretty cool. It makes me wonder if it's the same person.
Hmm. I because it kind of seems they have like it kind of like clothes on underneath, or was I tripping there?
Under the
Like under like the lava. Kind of look like I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of seeing stuff, but it kind of looked like there was a little bit of clothing there.
Yeah, it looks like there could be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, but this was like definitely an interesting thing to.
Yeah. Either way, man, this book is really good.
Yeah, and it'd be really cool also to see like Wally be. I feel like this is gonna develop kind of like not maybe with the rogues later, but like with these characters, I feel like instead of enemies, like Wally's gonna have some sort of understanding and some like he normally does. Like Wally's a
Yeah.
very understanding.
Yeah. Well, like, and with Grodd being there, you kind of have a middleman to make that connection a little bit easier.
Right.
And coming from the angle that Wally is now also basically one of them because he was part of an experiment that he didn't ask to be a part of and got his powers, or this whatever as a side effect. So
Well, I'm
he
sure Wally's gonna have to stop them. It's not gonna be like a villain hero.
right, like it's going to be very much like he's gonna find kindred spirits in them and try and
Exactly.
rehabilitate them rather, which I think is better
I
anyway.
like that too. Yeah.
It's what's more fitting of the Flash than it is to try and just have him beat the shit out of them all.
Yeah. And
Get
I
done
feel like
with it.
that's just Wally's character anyway, right? So,
Exactly.
um,
New
love
guy?
this series. Can't wait for more. Uh, Also, really good use of getting a guest artist that doesn't feel jarring.
Yeah, the our guest artist was good. I really like the
I
artist.
felt fine with Nick Robles compared to Nick Robles' art. It felt like, just like, oh, okay, we just went.
Just to fill in, and then we're gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah, like I think I wish we got more of that because I hate opening a book and then being like, okay, this just took me out, and now I got to reposition what the story is,
Yeah,
put it here, and like,
yeah.
you
No,
know,
I get it. And that's how the Superman, the absolute Superman villain artist was.
yeah.
Jarring compared to Rafa. And then I like
So
Gabriel Walta,
yeah, the
but
Walta.
I
To
like
me,
his
that
art.
one was. It probably wouldn't be if it wasn't so jarringly.
I was just to say that if it wasn't such a drastic style change from
Yeah,
Tagada to him, it probably wouldn't be as bad.
yeah,
But if such a big difference to go from Dragata to Walta, it's like, God.
yeah. It's
Oh
insane.
no, I get it. I understand that part.
So yeah, I think I great. I'm just gonna go on a quick rant really quick because me and you are gonna have a quick great discussion on this. This was adorable, hilarious, cute, great read up until Deadpool shows up.
Why?
And so this is where
Um,
we have talked about this so much, but to anybody who doesn't understand why we don't like Deadpool, read this book because he stops the pacing of the whole book. He's annoying. He just makes you want to eye roll. Even Jeff in this is frustrated and annoyed that Deadpool's there. He is
I love
annoyed.
it, dude.
And
That's the only
it's
reason
so it's
why.
like I can't stand Deadpool.
Ah.
I can't stand him. And I just wanted to go on this quick thing where it's like I feel like he just ruins
When does
everything
he
that
show
he's,
up in the issue?
huh?
When does he show up in the issue?
Like a little after the second half.
I guess that's not awful, but like how many pages is he like is he in like okay, how many pages is it first off?
Okay, so it goes from basically like Jeff being cute and just making like murr sounds and stuff like that.
Doing
So
his normal thing,
reading,
right?
so it's just like,
Being Jeff.
and then he's in the Sanctum Sanctorum and there's like a twin-headed snake that's like, narrating the whole time. And it's like quick narration, it's fine. And then Deadpool shows up and it's like paragraphs of eye rolls. And you know what I mean? And it's like it's not Kelly Thompson's fault. It's the character.
Yeah, no, I
I
get
can't
it.
stand the character. Like she's doing what she needs to for the character, but it's the character I can't stand. And it's just like, and then it goes from like this cute, really easy paced book to like just paragraphs of Deadpool just being Deadpool. And it is so annoying. Like it just
Yeah, I
like
get it.
it
I'm good.
ruins everything. Like every like the pacing, it interrupts the story. It's just like I feel like Deadpool just exists to waste your time. Like that's it.
You couldn't
Like
have said it. I couldn't have said it any better than that. Like I
like and
listen,
this is a prime example of that. So if
I
you
just
ever
feel
want to
like
understand
Deadpool has
why I
become
can't
such a
stand Deadpool,
he's become such a one-note character that I just don't look forward to seeing him in anything.
you're right.
So it's like I almost want to say like that's kind of a like that's almost a fitting place for him because it's just like silly comic booky like at its finest, but also I feel like you don't need Deadpool in Jeff, especially like if you're gonna do it to like the degree where it's like he upends, it kind of steals the spotlight away from him.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree. I'm good without Deadpool.
Yeah. So it sucks. It's basically it's hinted that every issue is going to be completely different. So I don't think we're going to see Deadpool again, thankfully.
Let's
Uh,
hope so.
no, because issue three is like a team up issue with like Wolverine and Psylocke. Jeff is with Wolverine and Psylocke for issue three with a team up issue, and I'm like,
Hey, that's cool. That'll be cool.
Yeah, and then the
Uh,
fourth issue he's in the Savage Land, and I'm like, that's pretty cool too.
Even cooler.
Yeah. And it's adorable. The cover is like him wearing a little dinosaur outfit.
I saw it
Yeah.
earlier.
I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
saw it.
man, it's so
He's like wearing like a Triceratops costume.
yeah.
Yeah, I seen it. It was pretty cool.
I was like, oh man, that's adorable.
So what do you want to do? New Gods?
Yeah, dude, I actually really am impressed with this because I feel like Rom V really nailed the
I
characterization of the
like tore
character.
through this issue. It was such a fast read, dude.
It was. It
I was
was.
surprised. So like it just kind of open really it just opens up with Cyborg like out of a dead sleep saying like they're here, they're here, they're here because clearly he's connected to the new gods because he has the mother box tech, you know.
Right. Right.
So he wakes up, runs through the halls of the watchtower, finds Miss Martian, bro. I'm a Miss Martian fan now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've always been a fan. McGann?
whoever drew this is Kegel, right? Or no, this is the other artist.
For what part?
Oh, it's more for the beginning part. Yeah, Travis Moore is the guest artist for the first 3 pages.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he draws McGann great.
Yeah.
But then it jumps back into present time where the new Genesis ship is falling to Earth. And God, Keiko's art is just so phenomenal, dude.
I love it, dude.
It's every page is just spectacular. It's great. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's like anime Justice League I'm getting, and it's so cool.
Yes, dude. And every dude, I love when he draws Metron. Anytime he draws Metron, it's just so
Yeah.
sick. It looks so perfect.
He's like the perfect Loki of this series. Like he's
Yes,
just
dude. Because it's kind of like, yeah, so we kind of get caught up with things. So the new gods have kind of lost this war on New Genesis and they've retreated to Earth. And Metron, you know, takes his leave. The rest of the new gods are kind of figuring out what to do next.
hmm
So, shortly after their arrival on Earth, the DEO comes in and basically is like, all right, you can't be here. If you're gonna be here, we're gonna take you into custody. We're gonna put you somewhere, and you have to just deal with it. Otherwise, the Justice League can vouch for you, and you can stay on the Watchtower. None of that even happens because. So I like this moment here with John Stewart because it really just he doesn't really get a lot in terms of like big moves, I guess you could say. I don't feel like
Well, I what I was gonna
maybe
say
with
is
more
before
recent
that,
maybe.
I like the part where like Oliver gets annoyed at Hal. Like I feel like that's such like a callback to like
Yes.
a hard traveling heroes where it's like
You're basically like, he's like, man, I didn't know you were still a bootlicker. Like,
yeah,
I was like,
pretty much. He's
whoa,
like, yeah, like
there's all these years and you still like the taste of lead.
yeah.
I'm
I'm like,
like,
oh, Rom,
damn,
like,
dude.
oh, that's pretty cool. So like I feel like Rom just like gets,
Yeah,
even just a little bit we get like even John Stewart, I feel
yeah.
like he just nails it. Like every
That's
time
what I was about to
on the
say.
page.
Like it's not often you get a moment with John Stewart where he's like basically like putting his foot down, saying like, listen, like I have all of these titles that I've been. I'm a Green Lantern. I'm a soldier. I'm this. I'm that. But like literally the one I'm picking right now is everybody's life has value. But I'm also like I'm intelligent. I'm this architect, and I'm going to figure out this solution to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
So, and it was cool to see him like rearrange the ship and make them their own like
Yeah, their own like
place to live.
construct refugee home and
Yeah, I
stuff.
was like, all
Yeah,
right, that's kind of sick, dude. All
that
right.
is.
And then of course, we kind of get things to circle back to Maxwell Lord because he was in the first end of the first issue, right?
Yeah.
Where we saw him kind of who was it? Was it in Metron? Was it Metron that came to him?
hmm
And yeah, Metron comes to him again, like him and Desaad and Granny Goodness, because we discovered that there was a second ship or a second group of gods that made their way onto the planet.
Yeah.
And Cyborg and McGann had discovered it. But uh they're inclined to think that maybe it's the new gods being sneaky, but it's really not. It's like some refugees from Apocalypse. Thanks to the work of Metron, of course, like because he is the Loki. of this series. Uh, and he's really playing up this like he's seen the beginning, he's seen the end, he's seeing all these things, and he like knows this prophecy of what's going to happen, and he's like making all these big moves that nobody really knows, or he somebody is probably aware of what he's doing.
Right.
Who Light Ray would be my guess.
Yes.
You know,
Or he was. Yeah.
I don't think we're entirely. I don't think he's out of the game yet. I
You
think
don't think
there's
so?
still no. I think there's something up with him and Black Racer that we'll see later on.
Okay.
And it's going to be
I can see that.
it's probably going to be the MacGuffin of this that kind of like changes the tide for them.
Yeah.
Um, and it really just like these last few pages kind of wrap things up. You know, Ryan doesn't really know. Like he misses his brother because he learns from Shadowfall that Light Ray didn't make it out. And you get this moment where he like you know, it's telling because he really drops this facade because he's ugly.
Yeah.
Has this tech that makes him appear handsome, you know, like because he's the All Father or you know the High Father's son and all
Right.
that stuff.
But
And he
he's
has
also the son of Darkseid. So it's like,
right,
like
right. So it's a really really big moment for Orion because he's reeling from the loss of his brother.
yeah.
He wasn't there to protect him, but also he's in such pain that he drops the mask
Yeah.
just for a second and like lets it out.
Yeah, and just boom, it like creates like a giant crater. Like
Yeah, and yeah, and then the boy comes and
yeah,
talks to him, the one that's supposed to be like their savior.
yeah,
And I like how he immediately turns like he changes his face back.
right.
That he puts the guard back up to show like, you know, I'm still the hero. I have to be, and all that.
Yeah.
And then it's this last page is that Jonah Hex?
I was gonna ask that. I think it is, but the thing is like
What is this bullet that he's shooting, bro? It like condenses their body. Like I was pretty confused by who that
that
is.
was too. Like I don't know who that is. I don't think that that's Jonah Hex because he looks young. Jonah Hex supposed to be like really old, like, and he's from like the old West, like the old
Yeah.
West, you know. So he looks young here. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's some really obscure character from like New Gods lore or what, but
Let me see if I can find out.
but besides that, I thought characterization of everybody in this was damn near perfect. Romvi really gets it. I feel like Evan Cagle gets it. Like they're just I want them to just keep working together. Like I really want
Dude, yeah, yeah, they're too good of a team to not.
yeah. Like I feel like, Evan Cagle really nails like the mythological look that like Romvi like tries to play in, like the mythology, supernatural kind of type.
Oh, it's Seraphim.
That oh
It's one of the Forever people.
that's what I thought. Okay.
Didn't even think about that. Because there are what, five or six of them that got powers from High Father.
5. So that's telling then if they're all on Earth too. If they're all on Earth also, that's very telling.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Who knows, dude? I didn't. Damn. All
giving
right.
me East to
I
West
should have
vibes.
known.
Giving me East to West vibes now.
I didn't even think about the Forever people, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Great. This is
Ah,
such a great series. I love this book. I can't wait for more.
hell
Please
yeah,
more Kegel. I can't wait.
dude. Ultimates.
Ultimates, man.
Let's just get into it because
Yeah.
it was fucking fire, bro.
Yeah.
Um, it's really just kicking off this new initiative that they had because you know, initially they had tried the Ultimates 1.0 and they were going to They just got all the people that they already had abilities so that they could find have powers
Yeah,
and recruit them. But then Ultimates 2.0 was a step, but more, step in the right direction. They went out, they branched out a little bit further, recruited, but also were a little bit more willing to accept people that weren't, you know, the traditional hero, I guess, in that
right,
sense, because of all the information they had from 616 from the maker. But now the Ultimates 3.0 is a way more progressive approach to their network, and they're training people and screening people and doing all these things to create heroes,
right.
not necessarily just find the people that they were supposed to go to or let it happen like with happenstance. They are like engineering heroes now.
They're involving like everybody. It's
Right, and it's all people that were wrongly, and whether or not they're going to be like they were the original owner of those abilities or they were supposed to be, that doesn't matter anymore.
right,
It's just more so about finding the best of them that have been locked up and wronged by this world and developing them in ways, where they are going to be able to use those powers
right.
in the best possible way. But it kicks off with okay. Every time I see Janet now, I'm just suspicious, bro. That's just all it is.
Yeah.
I'm just suspicious all the time. Like, and I feel like it's on purpose that she was in this issue as much as she was,
Hmm.
because it kicks off with Tony doing something weird, man. It's like
Yeah, that was weird.
doing weird time travel stuff. It
Yeah.
looks like seeing into the
He's
future, seeing
using
into the
the
past,
yeah.
doing some Kang stuff. It kind of seems like,
Mhm.
and he's like kind of like absent-minded because
He's
Janet's
like
like,
in
hey,
two places at once. Like
yeah,
he's
he's like, have you eaten yet? And he's like, yeah, I don't have time for that. Like, it's all good. Like, we're good. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
So, and it really, I didn't pick up on this obviously because it's kind of a reveal at the end. But as you read his narration, it becomes very fractured. Like it's very split amongst all of the events that are happening,
Hmm.
and it kind of comes full circle at the end of the issue as to why that is.
Yeah.
So like the first thing that he does is like we see him narrating like kind of his new plan to expand the Ultimates and make it more of just a global thing and not just kind of like an exclusive club. He's really trying to expand it and is making all of these efforts to do so.
Right.
So, he goes out and he's just kind of on display with him in America and they're just making people like making themselves known and showing, just
Yeah, they
like
have like a phone app, everything.
yeah, exactly. And then you've got another moment where it's him and Cap and Hawkeye, and they're busting up the Red Skull gang for good. Like they're finally putting an end to these things,
Hmm.
trying to rehabilitate people. And you have a moment where like one of these guys like I don't know what else to be because this is all I've been. Like what do I do now?
Right.
And then you get like just literally just the panel of like the just that next shot of Cap where he's just looking down at him, like it basically just like saying like there's a chance, like
Mhm.
you could be better. And that's kind of the whole point with this Ultimates 3.0.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have the app where it's like news.
Yeah, it's
It's
the Ultimates,
on
like an Ultimates network. It's like
yeah,
a
exactly. Yeah. So it's like news that that you're not going to find anywhere else. It's like the truth on
Mhm.
what's actually happening in this world because it's all ran by the council.
Right.
So it's kind of become widespread. You've got friends, people like classmates telling each other about what's happening. You've got kids showing their parents like the news, and he's like, "What are you talking about? Like, this is not true, is it?"
Right.
And then they're all starting to question their reality. You've
Like
got
it's
you,
like breaking the Fox News hold on
yeah,
TV.
yeah,
Like
yeah, and then you've got like him doing like how-to videos to make Molotov cocktails to like
yeah.
keep inciting this like insurrection. But then like we get a really hard stop with him and Jim Hammond. Like
Hmm.
they're talking and it's very vague, but it's kind of evident he sends him to the past, right? Like they're vague about what they're talking about, but when he says like going back to the beginning,
Yeah.
he sent him to the past, right? What do you think he sent him there to do?
He says I went to start the fire.
That's what I'm saying. Like what did he do?
know. Like I
I'm,
can't even
yeah,
think of
that's what I'm
anything.
saying. Like I'm curious. Like I'm curious to know what he sent him back to do.
Yeah.
Like, is he gonna like keep Cap from going on ice? Is he gonna stop the creation of the Red Skull Gang by stopping Bucky somehow? Like, or or is it like a time loop where he has to go back and get stuck in the ice? So he's found so he can kind of re-inspire things in present day. Like I
I
don't know. Like
think,
I'm like, God damn it, dude. Like
yeah.
I don't know what to think. Or is he send him back to an earlier point in the universe where the Maker's not as powerful to start making moves, and he start bringing people from the past into you know what I mean? Like
Very
what?
could be, very well could be, yeah.
Because if you start if you're burning the candle from both ends, eventually it has to work out in your favor somehow, right? Or do you think because he's gonna burn it from both ends, it's gonna have a really, really bad, like it's gonna be like catastrophe?
I think it's that. I think that's the trillions of lives Star Lord was talking about.
Dude, probably. Wow, that really could be it too.
Yeah.
Think about that too, because he did say trillions, right?
He said trillions, yeah.
And if you're at one point, like at this point in time, it's probably safe to assume that there's only billions of people on the planet, right?
Yeah.
The only way you could kill trillions of people is by doing it at multiple points in time.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Does that mean Doom is really going to save everybody?
I think it's either that's what causes that, or Doom trying to save everybody from that is what causes that.
Dude, this is maybe the Ultimate Universe does end,
Yeah, it could very well
and
end.
it's just like a fail, like it becomes literally a failed experiment, and it all just collapses.
That would suck,
Damn.
but
That
that
would be, but it would be like a pretty fitting end, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if you're gonna end it, what better way to actually than just literally kill them all?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Man. All right, moving on.
And what do you think about this part where he's like, I asked God for help, and God answered in a voice like thunder?
Oh, and no, I thought that was so sick. Thor is just like not. He's like, there's other shit to worry about, dude. Like
Yeah.
I've got 9 realms I have to worry about. Like we're all at war with each other now because of you.
Yeah.
Like 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 first off, not because of you, but because of the Maker. But because of you, now the uprising has started, and all these people are in chains because Loki's pissed, and now we have to fight this
Right.
fight.
And now that's basically is like you got to find it out on your own because we don't answer our mortal players. We
Yeah, like you're gonna have to answer your own now. Yeah,
yes.
it's like continues this montage of like him being in all these places at once, and then we finally get to the prison. This is what I was most excited about when we get here. So he's in the prison. He starts explaining like how the prisons have worked and how Luke Cage has kind of liberated them all and made them all like independent states, you know?
Yeah.
But we find out that inside the prison, they're just rehabilitating and teaching and training and developing all of these people that have been wrongly imprisoned because of the Maker. And they're the ones that they're going to give the powers, like the catalyst to.
Yeah.
But there's an extra little bit here. The prisons have like time diluted domes around them. So inside of them, it's time moves at a ratio of 6 to 1, its natural speed.
Yeah. So
So they're learning, learning, training, all of these things at a rapid pace to give them the advantage that they need. So when the time comes, they'll be ready to fight. They're making a point to show all this stuff.
mhm.
And they made a point to show, like for Janet to say, like, hey, like you're kind of spread thin. And once Tony makes his leave from all of these different things that he's doing, only then do we see, like he goes up to the Triskelion again, opens the door, and there's about 10 of him in here. So, or one, two, three, four, what, six?
Mhm.
Six different versions of him that he's pulled from isolated moments in time as a way to kind of like literally creating a council of Kangs, like right, like just in real time.
Yeah.
Um,
And Janet sees it.
yes, and it just gets even worse because he's already proposing the idea of doing 10 of them, 9 or 10. and if they'll be able to recognize each other and what it's not good, dude.
Yeah.
Because not only is he spreading, like literally pulling himself from individual moments in time, he's also like he's in all these places at once, and he's creating these time diluted bubbles. Like, like where's his limit at? And what happens when he reaches it? And is he gonna reach that limit at the worst time possible?
Right.
Like when does he crack? Is it when the right before the Maker returns, or is it after the Maker returns? You know, like is it when he sees his dad? Like, dude, this
Yeah.
is bad. It's all gonna come crashing down on this dude,
Yeah,
man.
dude. And we got 5 months remaining.
The end of the year, I think we'll probably see something big happen with a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of stuff.
for sure. For sure. That's why I think like something big's gonna happen and it's gonna be like a rebrand. I don't think it's gonna end.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I like that we keep seeing like the like ultimate Danny Rand in here. He's like helping people
Yeah.
stay just still chilling. Him and Luke Cage are still friends. It looks like, Uh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Next issue I think is the introduction of the Ultimate Quicksilver, Ultimate Scarlet Witch. So that'll be a cool issue. I'm looking forward to that. Finally, finally, Scarlet Witch, bro. I'm really ready to see her.
So just quickly talk about this, what this is gonna be about. This is setting
Yes.
up to bring on the bad guy stuff. They're all gonna be connected. All those
Yeah.
one shots.
Because there's that Sister Sorrow character, right, in it?
Yes. And she basically we find like basically her and Doom fighting this. It's like a whole thing.
Okay.
They fight. And Doom basically figures out who she is, where she's from, who she's working for. She's trained by Mephisto.
Of course.
She's working for Mephisto.
Of course she is.
Mephisto basically is getting his hands on the Soul Forge so that he can he's basically trying to get, like always, he's trying to get in control of all the souls in hell and all the souls on
Every
earth
time, dude.
every
Just
time.
never gives up his
But
back.
that's he basically, I guess, he has the Soul Forge.
Oh,
And
and
this is
Constantine
taking
has.
place in a time where he is not Sorcerer Supreme Doom, he's just normal Doom. So
Okay, good.
yeah, so this isn't like I don't know if that means it's like in another universe.
I doubt it. It'll probably be like an earlier point in continuity.
Yeah, yeah, but it's pretty cool. That's what it's setting up. Abomination, we see Abomination in this, and we
So
know
then each one will lead into the next, I'm assuming.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. I like that kind of stuff though. Sometimes those kind of
It's all
crossovers.
done by the same writer too, so it's
Oh,
not.
perfect. Even
Yeah,
better. I like that.
hmm
The Lee Bermejo covers look really nice though.
yeah, they are. They are really cool.
So
So
I'll have to look
I
over
mean, the good job making it start with Doom because so many people just get it because of Doom, like I
yeah,
would.
I mean he's the hot ticket guy right now.
So
You got the
yeah.
event backing him up. He's gonna be MCU villain here pretty quick. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's the guy to start with.
So it's gonna be pretty much just like, all the villains going to stop Mephisto, I guess. So coming
Yeah.
together. And that's pretty cool. It's like a villain take. So that's basically what this is setting up. And if you're into that whole idea, it's like a whole other thing taking place in its own little corner. It's like in its own time.
Hey man,
But it's cool.
nothing
The
wrong with
art's
that.
really good. The art's really good in it.
Who's
It's
the
not
artist?
or Raffaelli. It's not nothing like the Liber Mayho art, but
Yeah, no, I mean
it's
it's still pretty solid regardless.
it's because like it's it's cool.
Oh, that does look good. That
Yeah,
doesn't look too bad.
yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
He's
Like
like your typical house Marvel artist, huh?
pretty much.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That looks good.
Yeah, it pretty much just says in the shadowed heart of Latveria, Doctor Doom, the iron-fisted monarch, and the master of sorcery must unravel a cosmic mystery that threatens his dominion. An old foe's unyielding ambition pulses with malevolent energy, his hellish plan whispering promises of power and ruin. The fate of realms hangs in the balance, and a single misstep could consign the eternal damnation. So
Like
that's
classic
basically
Marvel.
classic Marvel stuff. And then we're getting it's really cool. Like it shouldn't be understated. Like the art's really cool. We get some really cool shots of like Mephisto's hell in this.
Nice.
But it's going to be continued in the next one, and the next one's going to be Green Goblin. I don't know how the hell Norman's going to be involved in all this, but
Hey man, it'd be cool to see Norman go to hell.
yeah,
That
that would
happens.
be pretty cool. So
Dude, do you think that dude's crazy right now? That dude's gonna be really crazy when he comes back.
yeah, so I think it's a pretty cool idea. I like it. I'll be
Yeah.
following it. You want to just get on to the last of it, man?
Yes, sir.
This was dope, dude. This
It was
was
great, dude.
yeah. I
Uh,
feel I feel like the 7.99 route for each issue, as much of a pain as that is, it's better that we got that instead of something that was rushed and like ended quickly and like had to end.
I agree with you. I also like that it was every 3 months
Yes.
because then it kind of like, and they're longer issues.
Yeah.
So it was nice to kind of like they're pretty steadily digestible in terms of like when you're reading it.
Hmm.
Not a lot of dialogue. The art does a lot of the work for it in terms of storytelling because Ribic is just that good. But
I will say this is the best of the four issues, his
oh
art.
yeah.
Because like a lot of his art in the other ones felt a little rushed. Like a lot of his faces looked wonky or like another.
Yeah.
I was afraid of that in here, and then I opened this up. I was like, oh man, this looks great. Like this is like Ribbage took his time on this one.
Yeah, dude.
This one looks
And
great.
I'm glad because this it opens up with a pretty interesting sequence because we know Sinister's been messing with the xenomorphs and been like experimenting with them and doing his normal thing with mutant DNA and yada yada. But it opens up with him like one bro like a chest burster coming out of him. And within a day it's fully grown and it's this like large muscular red one with the
Yeah,
nose on its
like a
head.
Red Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of intimidating. And
Yeah.
then it's kind of an extended sequence because they're talking about like
Also, let me just say that that red one is creepy because it just has nothing but human teeth.
yes, dude.
And that is so off-putting because it's like just smiling.
That's where I was gonna go with that. Is like you have this
Ew.
whole sequence where he just like decimates these other Sinisters and like basically like it becomes the alpha of all the rest of them, and they just
Yeah.
find out these other Sinisters, and he just smiles, and I'm like, this is kind of scary.
Yeah, it's really creepy because it's like human-like almost. And it's like, ooh, like, ooh.
And it's crazy because like this next sequence where it explains the origins of like the intergalactic Wakandan Empire.
Hmm.
These first two like the first two sequences in this issue really feel like info dumps. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like you get the catch up with Sinister and then the new Xenomorph to introduce like the final villain for the book. But then you have everything as far as like Wakanda, and it sets up how basically almost how easy it was for them to expand and just for them to fall just as fast.
Mm.
So, and it you throw in more of the lore with the engineers and how they've been playing this game of like it's a failed experiment. They need to like they're not happy with it, so they need to like shut it down, wind it down.
Right.
Earth and everything else needs to just cease to exist now.
Yeah.
But then the Wakandans don't have it, bro. And then they just they mess up the engineers pretty good, dude. Looks like they kill them all.
Yep.
So only to find out that they only have two planets left that
Right. They
exist.
come back out of the 57. There's only like two
Yeah,
planets
two
left.
planets, yeah, in their entire empire.
Hmm.
So failures all around, I think, for all of these people. Like the engineers clearly failed because their experiment, one, they couldn't get it off the ground long enough, so they deemed it a failure, so they were going to kill them all. But then they couldn't even succeed in doing that. So like the human race created something else that
Yeah.
really messed shit up, and that couldn't even get the job done. So then the people that they created in turn came, developed themselves enough to go to space, find them, and then kill them anyway. So it's just a whole bunch of like just mortal greed
Yeah.
and stupidity and power and all of these things that just no, it never really worked in anybody's favor here. which I think is kind of ironic considering that these engineers consider themselves gods, but then you have these beings that have these godlike powers. You,
That's
it's just a really funny like thing to think about.
well, that not only that, it's also like presents the question as like, is is the universe even worth saving at this point? Because like everything is just like this is a dead universe. Like this is like
Yeah.
it's done. Like is this universe even worth saving? Like what are we fighting for?
Right. Well, like, and then like, we say all this, and like we think about how many like losses all of these parties and like involved are taking, but then you have it circles back to like this idea that they have the like indomitable human spirit. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, no matter what, even to their dying breath, humanity is gonna fight,
Hmm.
which they do, man. They
Yeah.
sure as hell do. You know, you've got Armor and Wolverine and Manifold and T'Challa and Emma Frost all kind of making their final stand. And this red one is just kicking their ass, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Carol Danvers makes her final stand, and it survives because it's got Colossus armor, which is just gnarly to look at. Like that's just
Yeah.
such a sick image, dude. Like that xenomorph with the Colossus skin, and it's just yeah, just grinning. And then we get a flashback to well, like they're like kind of like sporadically fighting them now because they're trying to make their retreat and survive and all this stuff. But then one of the xenomorphs, comes out of nowhere with a cool little black speech bubble,
Yeah.
and we get a flashback to yesterday because they found Iron Man's body like pages ago.
Right.
But we get the flashback to when him and Miles were holding it down and they died.
Yeah, it's super funny too because I feel like it's such like MCU call because like he even says like Mr. Stark, look out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like
So this is very much Tony in that, right?
mhm.
Venom, right?
What?
Tony is Venom in this case, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it appears to be. Because like when he's dying, he's saying like, "I'm not going to make it. Do you know what you need to do?" And then he's like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I wasn't talking to you. Do you know?" And he says,
It's
"Yes." And it's
speaking
the
to the
symbiote.
symbiote.
And he says,
Yeah.
"Then do it." And then it like looks like it's bonding with him.
Yes.
So
It's like
Venom,
but it's
Xenomorph,
the
Tony Stark, Iron Man, kind of cool.
it's basically like but it's the symbiote that absorbed the xenomorph.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning, from the first issue, because it was on
Right.
Miles' suit,
Right.
and now he just got the plain old regular spider suit,
Right.
the white suit. But cool design, I think, for the Xenomorph Venom.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's really cool because it's like, damn it, we can't beat the red one. And he's like, let us try it.
Yeah, and I was like my turn. I got this.
Yeah, let me try it out. And then he just
Which
goes,
is
yeah.
yeah, it's really cool because it's like just a couple pages of them duking it out really fast.
And he like it seems like the red one's winning and he chops him, but of course then you see the symbiote kind of just overtake him and just
Yeah,
burst
and then from
of
the
him. And
inside
it's
out
like
tears
that's a
them.
really cool that was a really cool way.
Yeah.
Like to use the symbiote and the alien bursting out, like
Very.
so like combine like both of the symbiote and the alien's powers right there to
Yeah, that
that was
was.
really cool. I
I
was
like how like most of this book is just like rule of cool with
yeah,
alien stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's
And then
really
they all recognize that the Venom Xenomorph is the alpha, and then they're gonna take the fight to the black hole, which I'm assuming is where the engineers are. They're gonna go save the universe.
what's left, whatever's
Well,
left.
yeah, what's left of it or whatever.
But
But
even then, that's where this ending is, where he's basically like Tony's like, don't forget, like if we survive, we survive to avenge. We
yeah,
avenge friends.
yeah,
We
that's
avenge,
the mission.
yeah, that's the mission. So, and if you can avenge me, that's like
Yeah,
the final. And I'm like, that's a really cool way to end.
good stuff, dude. Hickman just never
Yeah,
ceases to deliver.
if you're waiting for the trade, get it because it is definitely worth it. And I imagine it's going to be a little cheaper too because these have been $8 a pop. So
My guess would be 29.99. It'll be hardcover only.
probably, you're probably right.
That'll be my guess.
Hmm.
No, actually, no, I'm gonna take that back. There will be a soft cover release, and that will be 29.99.
Yeah,
But
just like the House of X, Powers of X one. Yeah,
then we're gonna see a 49.99, no, 39.99 hardcover probably.
right. That's where I get up.
$20 for the trade, $40 for the hardcover. I would
Not
say.
to get too deep into it, but that's one thing I've noticed where like Marvel really pisses me off, where it's like they're so stingy about like the trades and stuff like that. Like I feel like like DC will do a better job with like the pricing, but it's like you could look at like, dude, just to get like the old Secret Wars is like, 30 to $40, and that's
I
just
know.
12 issues, you know what I mean? And it's like just 12 issues is like 30 to $40. It's like, DC you can get 12 issues for. Oh,
24.99.
yeah. Speaking of that, guess what I got, dude? I got
Did you
this.
get one of the compact editions?
I know we were talking about this, but yeah, Birthright came.
Oh, hell yeah. I was literally gonna ask you if that was the one you picked up.
Yeah, I got Birthright.
Nice.
So
Hell
it was
yeah.
9.99.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's one Superman book I don't have, and I just was like, that's perfect. Now I can.
I love the size on those things, dude. It's so perfect.
Yeah, yeah, and there's some really cool ones coming out. You got Batman Superman by Loeb and McGinnis is coming out
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah, I saw that.
That's really good. That's a good like 2000s, and every time like I open the solicits, I always check and I'm always surprised. Like Authority, they're doing the Authority.
I saw that one too.
I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like
Well, I
I'm
mean, Authority's
gonna
getting
end
a
up.
movie, so it makes sense.
I think I'm gonna start collecting them because I have like three or four of them now. So
Yeah, I need to pick up the Kingdom Come one. I haven't,
yeah.
but I have the
The only
actual
thing that sucks
title.
is like the page quality kind of sucks.
It's like that newspapery,
It is.
which I mean, I guess for
It's
$10
fine.
you
I mean,
can't
it's
really.
$10, so it's fine, but it's still like, for like something like Kingdom Come, I feel like that kind of cheapens like because the art
Yeah,
is so good in
yeah.
that.
No, hey, I will agree with you there, but also I'm not going to argue if you can get it
Yeah.
into the hands of people for $10. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not only that, I really want to I guess it's already out, but the documentary of the making of Kingdom Come with
Yes, dude.
Ross
I
is like
know.
done. I want to watch that. So
I
I
me
know
too.
it came out on Blu-ray. It's out on Blu-ray now. So
I'm
if
gonna need to
there's a
pick up a
way I can
copy
get
of
my
it.
hands on that and I want to watch it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If I can get my hands on a copy of it, well, I'll definitely let you borrow it.
For sure, because I know it's got a lot of Ross and Wade just talking about the
Yeah,
creative process of it.
yeah.
So,
Because I remember when they were talking about doing like the crowdfunding for it.
mhm.
Good stuff, dude. I really want to watch that.
Yeah.
Really good. But all right, guys, that's about all we got. We reviewed
Mhm.
some books, talked some news. We'll be back next week.
Yep.
Peace out. Stay safe, everybody.
Yep. Later on, guys.